Imagine extending that courtesy to King George. And our forefathers were like, well, King George is a private business, a private company. Let's not go against him. I mean, we agreed to this. We signed up for this. We came over here as colonists, but, we signed up for it. Let's let King George abuse us. No, absolutely not. And whoever's out there shilling for Google on this basis is a shill. It's that simple. Or you do not have your information straight. We do not extend these courtesies to people who are oppressing us. It's that simple. They don't get legal defense to oppress us. Google does not have the basis and legal right to oppress us because they're some private entity. Welcome back to the show. We have 5 days left on our suspension on YouTube due to their fair and just terms of service and fair and just use of free speech and defending the rights of Americans. Thank you, YouTube, for allowing us to express ourselves as long as it goes with what you approve, what you agree with. The music is brought to you by Carpenter Brute. Their new album, Leather Teeth. Go out and purchase it. That is the music you heard in the intro. And today's footage is brought to you by Kingdom Come Deliverance, my playthrough while I've been suspended. The reason why we're using this footage is because the algorithms are on the hunt. I cannot afford to get banned or any more strikes, and I don't want to get any of these new channels any strikes. And if this video is being played on one of my backup platforms on BitChute, LiveLeak, and hopefully DTube coming up soon, the reason for this footage as of right now is because of the war that's going on between Google and the people. And today's show is going to be another rant, a rant about censorship, about free speech versus private property, and we're going to discuss a lot today. If you have not heard the news, YouTube and Google are on a massive censorship campaign where they are striking and banning all channels that they don't agree with. Everything from airsoft gun channels, to real gun channels, to BB gun channels, to right-wing news channels, conspiracy channels, UFO channels. They are just massively purging any information and news they don't want you to hear. Even if this is a mistake by their bots, their algorithms, it is not a mistake. They are trying to say it is. There's articles out there that are PR stunts that they're trying to say that this is a big mistake. We aren't banning people and, we apologize. But nothing's been done about it. No one's channels have been reinstated. And this is an all-out information war. Speaking of information wars, one of the biggest channels out there in terms of being a target for this is Alex Jones, his InfoWars channels, multiple strikes across multiple channels, and I really believe that there are people at Google and YouTube who are having meetings about this, and are they going to ban him? Will it cause backlash? What they're doing is they're attacking small growing channels like myself, trying to blot them out from existence and, scare us into censoring ourselves, and they're going after now medium and big size channels. They just hit Sargon, who's right down the middle, neutral. Why are they attacking him? Because he reaches people. He is like a gateway for this information. He's reaching normies. It's that simple. It doesn't matter if you are left, middle, or center. If you are reaching the youth, reaching people with information that they don't want you to get out, then they're going to silence you. This is 2018 modern day internet gulag. And quite frankly, the people at YouTube and Google, the tech left, they're laughing about this right now. Until we can affect their pocket. Until we can band together and mass strike YouTube. All the creators leave YouTube until they honor free speech. It shouldn't be that we allow a left-wing platform and all the CNN banter, but we ban all the other talk. That is not American. That is not fair. And this company was built in America with American ideals and with the blood, sweat, and tears of American creators. Even in Europe, at least in some parts of it, not Britain of course, free speech is still upheld. Free speech should be the cornerstone of our society. Free speech is the basis for all the other laws. If we lost free speech tomorrow, you think private property would be safe? I mean, guns are barely safe right now, and we have free speech. So we have to ask ourselves if we're going to allow this AI-controlled company to censor the masses. Thousands of channels are being struck. Thousands of people who are putting their hard-earned time and effort into their videos, whether it's for money, like many other channels, or whether it's for passion, like myself. And this is bogus. And most people are saying, oh, just leave that platform, go to other platforms, which I have done, and I am in the process of doing, and many others are. But the point is, YouTube is the modern-day capital of the digital realm. They're basically saying, leave the modern-day city, leave the trading, leave the amenities, go to the third world, go to the jungles and spread your message. Go to the countryside and spread your message. But it's not even the countryside. YouTube and Google have such a monopoly on the data and the SEOs and the search engines that when people say just to use a different platform and just leave YouTube and boycott them, you're really cutting yourself out from getting the message out there. You are walling yourself off, and that's what they want. Anyone who's defending Google over this needs to really reevaluate themselves, because private property never trumps free speech. It's that simple. Private property is not paramount over free speech. Let me repeat that. Your shekels, your earnings in your vault at your home do not overweigh everyone's freedom of expression and speech, and to get out the message of dissent, and to question authority, and to question the government. It does not get overweighed by your right to have private property, and that private property right doesn't outstretch to a company called Google, who operates on the public forum, on a public space, with public people's data being crunched and used, and people spreading their product. It doesn't work like that. They have no right to have a private property. People describing Google as, oh, it's like going into their home and demanding something. It's not. They're operating on the public spectrum. I can go on their website whenever I want and search for anything I want. And that's how it was up until 2018, where YouTube was this like free video zone. But now they're getting political, and now it's affecting the people. And they're using it to further division between us, where it's, oh, private property is more important. Oh, no, free speech is more important. Imagine extending that courtesy to King George. And our forefathers were like, well, King George is a private business, a private company. Let's not go against him. I mean, we agreed to this. We signed up for this. We came over here as colonists, but, we signed up for it. Let's let King George abuse us. No, absolutely not. And whoever's out there shilling for Google on this basis is a shill. It's that simple. Or you do not have your information straight. We do not extend these courtesies to people who are oppressing us. It's that simple. They don't get legal defense to oppress us. Google does not have the basis and legal right to oppress us because they're some private entity. My opinion is, without free speech, we don't have anything else. In terms of our free society right now, where we stand. We achieved a free society thanks to our forefathers, and we need to keep free speech as the maxim. We defend free speech with the Second Amendment. That's why they're ordered. And going through the amendments, I can't find an amendment that holds private property paramount. It's very shekelish when you cry to me about private property, and then try to silence free speech on the internet, claiming that it's a private entity, private company, you signed up to their terms of service, they can remove you whenever they want. Well, that's the problem, where the terms of service outweighs our constitutionally given, God-given rights of free speech to question this company and call them out. Next topic on the rant is the gun debate. It is shocking that the things we're hearing from President Trump right now, and I really believe he's being blackmailed. The deep state finally figured out a way to scare him, and he needs to just come out and admit if he was adulterous or had infidelity. And he's a human being. King David even committed adultery and had the husband killed. And he repented. And God saw his heart. We have to look at people's hearts. When I look at Google, I see an evil, dark heart that wants to silence everyone. When I look at Trump, I don't see a dark heart. He really wants to help this country. But that being said, he's not going to help the country by minimalizing or taking away the Second Amendment and weakening the Second Amendment. It cannot be weakened at all. It's too late. We cannot go back. You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. There is no going back from this. We have guns. We're a gun nation. Deal with it. Start screening people better for mental illnesses. Start using the FBI that had knowledge of the shooter but ignored it and allowed it to happen. That's why people are calling it a Fox banner event. Fox banner event. We can't even use the real keywords anymore because the AI will pick it up and ban us. So the message to Trump is stick to your guns, literally. Don't allow these weasels to get away with this. They are trying to whittle away any way they can. Put up the political wall. Defend the Constitution overall. You will be reelected, and that's it. If you go after the guns now, it's going to be very iffy in the next election, and we can't afford to have the enemy take over anymore. We are 5 days away, like I said, from getting our channel back, and I will be doing more current event news every day and uploading those to my backup channels. I just took a break and really been focusing on chipping away at the Google and YouTube armor and organizing with other channels and really trying to spread the message that this is it. This is the happening of the century. They are attacking the Second and First Amendment, a coordinated strike, and we need to speak out, use our rights right now, get out there and protest, use our voice, tell YouTube and Google through emailing their forums, through calling them, that we are not going to stand for this and we're going to hold their feet to the fire. March 1st, Alabama. If a grocery store is seen as a public forum and they can't silence free speech, then why should Google on the internet, which is supposed to be free, why should they be allowed to silence people that they don't agree with? That they are admitting that they hate right-wingers and they are silencing and cutting off their own feet just to make their tongue honored and their stubborn ways honored. And this cannot go on any further. YouTube and Google will be the next MySpace. It's already done. It's too late for them to go back. But now you can do damage control and appease to the people and show us that you will honor free speech and civil liberties on the public crossroads of the world. This is the modern day town square, and you are policing it, and you won't get away with this. The people will rise up. We've done it before. We overthrew King George for this crap, and we'll do it again. We will not be silenced. If it takes a tea party, everyone to throw their channels into the Boston Harbor, then we will do that. Okay? This is a job to some people, but if that job outweighs freedom of speech and civil liberties, then you are a sellout. And you are a traitor, and you will be targeted too, and your channels will also wither away. In 2018, information is paramount. Data is being used by the enemy, and we need to use this data back at them. Thank you for tuning in. This is Bellagio Sampler, aka Punish Sampler, aka The Watchman, aka the enemy of the beast. And we are almost back up and running fully. The backup channel, Punished Happenings Network, will have live streams, and we'll do some more edgier stuff while Central Happenings Network is imprisoned and censored. We are a politically imprisoned channel, and we will break free. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.